The CEO refused even to glance at the dusty old sedan parked in the corner of the estate garage. "Take that junk away," she said coldly. "It reminds me of everything my father did wrong." The mechanics quietly lowered their heads. No one dared speak. Standing near the toolbox was Ethan Carter, a widowed single father raising his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. He worked as a temporary mechanic, taking any job he could find just to pay school fees. As the CEO walked away, Ethan couldn't stop looking at the forgotten car. It wasn't just an old vehicle. It carried memories. He gently ran his hand across the faded hood. "This car doesn't deserve to die," he whispered. One elderly security guard overheard him. "That belonged to her father," the old man said softly. "He built this company from nothing. After he passed away, she replaced everything he loved." Ethan nodded silently. That evening, after everyone left, he asked permission to inspect the car. The manager laughed. "You'll waste your time." But Ethan smiled. "Sometimes people give up before machines do." The manager shrugged. "You've got one night." Ethan opened the hood. Dust covered every component. The battery was dead. Fuel lines were clogged. Belts were cracked. Most mechanics would have ordered hundreds of new parts. Instead, Ethan carefully cleaned every wire, repaired damaged connectors, rebuilt the carburetor, replaced worn hoses from spare inventory, and patiently inspected every bolt. His hands became black with grease. Hours passed. Around midnight Lily arrived with sandwiches. "Dad," she smiled, "Mom always said old things only need someone who believes in them." Ethan smiled back. She was right. As dawn approached, he connected a fresh battery. The first attempt failed. The second produced only a cough. He closed his eyes. "Come on, one more chance." He adjusted the ignition timing by just a few millimeters. He turned the key again. The engine suddenly roared to life.
Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Enjoy the video.
The deep classic rumble echoed through the empty garage. Birds flew from nearby trees. Workers arriving for the morning shift froze in disbelief. Impossible. The old car actually runs. Within minutes, everyone gathered around. Even the CEO came outside, annoyed by the noise. "What is happening?" She stopped the moment she saw the car idling smoothly. Her face turned pale. "It can't be." Ethan stepped away from the driver's seat. It just needed someone willing to listen. The CEO walked closer. She hadn't heard that engine in almost 15 years. Suddenly memories flooded back. Her father teaching her to drive. Family road trips. His promise. "One day, this company will only survive if people value hearts more than profits." She quickly looked away, hiding her emotions. "Turn it off." Nobody moved. She repeated louder. "I said turn it off." Before Ethan could answer, an elderly employee slowly stepped forward. He had worked with her father since the company opened. "Miss Harper. For 15 years we've watched that car disappear under dust. Today this man brought back more than an engine. He brought back your father." The entire garage fell silent. The CEO looked around. Many older employees had tears in their eyes. She quietly climbed into the driver's seat. Her hands trembled as she touched the worn steering wheel. Inside the glove compartment she found something wrapped in an old envelope. A handwritten letter. It was addressed to her. "If you're reading this, it means someone finally cared enough to save our old car." She slowly unfolded the paper. "My dear Emily. If you ever become so successful that you forget where you started, drive this car again. It will remind you that greatness isn't built by expensive things. It's built by good people." She couldn't finish reading. Tears rolled down her face. Outside, every employee waited quietly. Emily stepped out holding the letter. She walked toward Ethan. "I'm sorry." The words shocked everyone. "I judged this car because it reminded me of painful memories. You reminded me it also carries my father's dreams." Ethan simply nodded. "Machines can be repaired. So can people. The garage became completely silent. Emily looked around at every employee. Starting today, no one loses their job because equipment is old. We restore before we replace. And every apprentice mechanic will receive training because of what this man showed us. The workers erupted into applause. News spread across the city within hours. Videos of the restored classic car went viral. Customers praised the company for honoring its founder's legacy. Business increased dramatically. But the biggest surprise came 1 week later. Emily visited Ethan's small home. Lily opened the door. "The CEO is here." Emily smiled warmly. She handed Ethan a small box. Inside were the original keys to the restored car. "It belongs with the man who saved it." Ethan looked stunned. "I can't accept this." Emily smiled. "My father would have wanted the person who believed in it to drive it." She then offered Ethan something even greater. "I want you to become director of heritage restoration. You won't just repair old cars. You'll preserve the stories behind them." Ethan accepted. Months later, the Forgotten Garage became one of the country's most respected classic restoration centers. Young mechanics traveled from across the nation to learn there. Every morning, the founder's old car stood proudly at the entrance. Not as a museum piece, but as a reminder that the greatest treasures aren't always the newest. Sometimes all they need is one person willing to believe they're worth saving.